So tell me about people who, haven't yet done their first investment. What is the biggest challenge you see from going from 0 to 1? And what do you do to help them kind of get over that hump? Because I see that all the time. People who,
All the time.
and I appreciate people come on this call or other calls I do weekly for a period of time. And a year later, I'll say, well, how many properties have you invested? And they'll say none. And I'll say, how could be none? It's like the greatest market in history right now to buy property for investment. So what do you see is the biggest challenge for that person who's at 0 trying to get to 1? And then how do you get from 0 to 1? What do you do to push them over that hump?
I'm going to write this down, because what happens is I start talking, I get passionate, and I never answer any questions. So 0 to 1, and then what's the second one?
No, and how do you get them over that hump? How do you get them from 0 to 1? What's the challenge they're facing, and what do you do to get them over that?
So I want to say something before I answer that. Is that this happens to me a month ago. I was doing a marketing campaign, and I got a little bit of a fraud. Someone go into my account and took $5,000 from my marketing money, right? And what happened was I got triggered. I was like, what happened? Someone literally got into my bank account, right? And I got triggered, and I was able to get the money and all, but it was okay, right? But I got triggered, and then I thought about it. I said, if someone comes and touches our account, personal, business, whatever that account is, we'll have a definitely visceral reaction, right? But here we are as agents, investors, where if not hundreds of thousands, dozens of thousands of dollars that were not taken for the actions we did not do or take. Yep. So all this money that we don't know that was never in our account because we never took action. And it's kind of a little bit like that. I feel like given that we are in such a beautiful country, in such a beautiful state, it's a great market for flips, right? Rentals, different conversation. Maybe not the best place to actually get cash flow on rentals, California, but great for flips. It's almost like a crime not to do it. Not a crime, but it's a great opportunity to actually take action. Now, how do you go from 0 to 1? And that comes to problems and solutions, right? As agents, you guys do a phenomenal job. The homeowner, the seller have a big issue, an obstacle, problem, and you guys have an amazing responsibility that is a solution. When you're starting flipping, there's also some obstacles that people have. How do they get the money, right? A lot of people don't know that actually I don't put any of my money on my flips, right? And not because I'm scared to lose the money or, for any reasons that people might have, but it's just not scalable. If you put your own money, you might be able to do one flip. But when you're starting, you want to do one maybe in the first 6 months, but then you want to, anything that we do as entrepreneurs, we want to have a scalability. We want to have a system formula. If you cannot systemize it, I just don't do anything. I just don't do it, right? So every time I do something, I think about, can I systemize this? Can I make it into a business? So finding the money, number one. You do not need your money. Also, if your credit is not that good, also you don't need a good credit. Second issue, finding off-market deals. How do you find off-market deals? It's a big one, right? A lot of people look in the MLS. Well, the MLS is not, you can find deals in the MLS, but it's not the best place to actually make a business off. So we deploy tons of different campaigns to find off-market deals, and we teach our students to do the same. Which, as an agent, it's amazing to invest in flip, because you can skin the cat so many different ways. You can leverage marketing, you can leverage your own remodels, where you can put a sign outside and market yourself, market a next property that you might represent. You have a great excuse to go and work out a neighborhood. I know that there's a specific term agents use to network a neighborhood. I don't remember the name, but farming. To farm a neighborhood. So finding the money, off-market deals, asset protection, very important. You can get a great property as an investor. You can buy it. You can be doing a great job in the remodel, and then something happens, God forbid, subcontractor, something happens. Even like you driving your car, and God forbid something happens, you hit someone, God forbid, and then they come against you. Well, are you owning the property on your own name? Are you owning the property on an LLC, S corp, trust land? I mean, I use trust. That's all I use. But everyone has their own strategies. It's another problem that people face, right? Other issues, contractors, all the legal documents, right? Having going through the process of getting a contractor. I mean, that's another one. Legal documents. I spent over $30,000 on legal documents. These days, you hire an attorney, they'll give you a document they gave it 20 times, and they'll charge you $500 for one document. So I've been gathering all these things throughout the years. So I created a software, a website where our students get access to it, where everything is done for you. And then with coaching, with weekly coaching, it's like the glue to information and implementation together.